why are you a student leader? Remember the first question that we asked earlier. Why do you think you are a leader? That's something you always need to reassess because you have to be able to talk about that. So that will go here, and then who you do it for. Why you do this and who you do it for. If you're a student leader, I want to make sure that my fellow other students have opportunities. And I'm fighting to be able to make sure that the library hours are open longer. The cafeteria food is better. All those other things, you're doing it for your other student leader. Or if you work in a place where, let's say you work in an admission office, you want to get more people into the college and give more opportunity for other students coming from high school. So again, where you're working is going to determine who you do the work for. And then the last one is why you are talking to the person you have in front of you. Why are you talking to me? Why do you think I'm the person to talk to in this moment? Yeah, are you just talking to me because you want to introduce yourself? Or are you talking to me because you really want to have a conversation moving forward? So you have to be able to express that to the person. So, the next thing we're going to do now is to do a quick practice. So I'm going to give you guys about, give and take, 3 to 5 minutes, and just go back to the previous screen. You're going to write a quick elevator pitch based on this information here. So, who you are, what you do, why you do it, who you do it for, and why you are talking to the person. You need to answer those quickly, and then we're going to practice among ourselves as a group in the next 5 minutes. So quickly, just take a pen or paper or your phone and try to answer those questions and make sure they are sentences that you can flow through. And remember, it's a 30-second thing, so don't write a whole paragraph or essay. It's only for 30 seconds. So let's go. Let's do that for the next 3 to 5 minutes. and your professional career. Everybody done or you need more time? You good? Good? All right. Everybody get up. All right. So the goal now is for us to practice. So I want 2 lines. You already can see each other. So just walk closer to each other and pick up have a partner. Everybody needs to have a partner. Let's make sure everybody have a partner. Yeah, just our mind to make sure everybody have a partner. Yeah, just we good? Everybody have a partner? Alright, perfect. Okay, so here is what we're gonna do. So I'm gonna be timing this. So for the first, I'm gonna give you 30 seconds. So let's just say this is group A, this is group B. So group A will deliver the 30-second pitch when I gave the cue for the 30 seconds. Deliver your pitch. And group B will have 15 seconds to give the feedback. Feedback meaning things that you think they could have said to make their 30-second pitch a little stronger. You give them feedback. And then after that, they will also deliver the group B now will deliver the 30-second pitch, and group A will then give them 15-second feedback. After that, we'll rotate. Okay? Yes, what's the question? Oh. Anybody ever went to a networking event? What happened in those rooms? So everybody's talking and you can't really hear people. So that's also part of the training. You have to be able to do it. So let's make sure maybe we give a little more space. So at the end, just move a little back so we can create some more space in between. Alright. So that should work now. Okay. So group A, ready? Yeah. Go. Deliver a message? You sure? So that's great then. Okay. So you guys see how 30 seconds goes really fast? Yeah. Now, you guys give them feedback for 15 seconds in terms of what you want, what you would love to hear from their 30-second pitch. Yeah. Deliver your pitch now? Yes. Okay, ready? Go! I was able to listen to you. over to this way. Now this way, only him is moving. You take a step over this way, follow through, everybody have a new partner now. Go all the way to the end. You'll have a new partner at the end. Yeah? Okay. Good. Alright, so we're gonna go to the same thing. Now you have somebody different. So you have to give the same speech again to that new person. Ready? Go! Hey, it's going first.
Right. My name is and I'm talking to you and I want you to genuinely listen, okay?
Time. Group B, feedback. Okay, all right. Group B now, 30 seconds, go. All right, time. Feedback, group A.
Yeah, I really like it because you give me more power. This is really great. Thank you so much. You want with you.
Okay. Same thing. Group B, you women. Okay, you gotta move now. Don't worry, today you're getting your exercise for the day. You don't have to go to the gym when you get home. Ready? Group A, again, let's go through it. Go. Time. All right, group B, feedback. Okay, time. Group B, 30 seconds, go. All right, group A, feedback. Okay, thank you. All right, everybody can go back to their seat now. All right, let's do a quick debriefing about the exercise we just did. So, how do you feel doing this exercise, especially if this is the first time? Fun? Okay.
To be honest with you, as I do each person might be different or individual.
That was my next question. Did you feel like your pitch was getting better based on the feedback you were incorporating? So, as you can see, only practice can make it better for you. This is not something that people develop on. I mean, when you become a seasoned professional and you have done it 1,000 times, you can come up with it on the spot. But before you get to that point, you're gonna have to develop several 30-second pitch, because you're not gonna have the same 30-second pitch that you give to the president, or if you meet an elected official, or whoever you meet. It will be always different. Because remember, why you're talking to the person you have in front of you is always going to be different. Because there's different reason why you're talking to all those people. So you always have to be mindful of the person you have in front of you. Your name is not going to be different. What you do most likely will be the same, unless you transition from job and who you do it for. Some will still be the same, but the really goal of the message is going to be different. Keep practicing. 30-second pitch is very essential. That's how much you have. This is the reason why they call it elevator pitch. Because oftentimes you have only 30 seconds in that elevator, right, to be able to convince somebody to even give you a job. People have done this and got a job out of it because you met somebody, a CEO or somebody important in the elevator, and you have a conversation about an idea you have, and they were so woo about your idea. They said, you know what, we need to meet and talk more about this, and guess what? You just landed yourself a job. It happens. But if you don't build that courage to be able to talk to that person, and if you are not prepared to be able to deliver that 30-second pitch, then that opportunity is going to be what? Gone. So you're going to have a lot of opportunities in your life that's going to come out of your way. If that's going to come your way, please use the tool from the communication, because everything revolves around communication. Use this tool and seize those opportunities. You're going to be in situations that are going to be uncomfortable. How do you navigate those situations? Again, emotional intelligence is going to be one of the key elements. So every tool that we have studied today, that we have talked about today, are things that are going to be very, very essential for you in both personal and professional life. That's why I like to develop my workshop not only to meet only one purpose. I try to make it as broad enough and provide you the tool that you can use in different setup. And this is one of the situations where communication is key to almost everything that you do. So just keep that in mind. Alright, so I have a quick video that I usually like to play, but it's a little long video, so we're not going to get into that. Anybody ever heard about the guerrilla gardener? This is a TED Talk. So I'll send you, Jason will share the link, you can watch it, and you can see how this guy, he did a TED Talk, and you can really pinpoint the different aspect of him talking, how he came up with the facts, how he tried to deliver the fact to the audience, and the different elements he have used. And you will see everything that we touched on today are things that we put together in order to be able to deliver them. It's about 8 minutes. Okay. Let's see. Well, it's a little, it stop halfway. Big stores, fast food. I live in South Central. Big store, fast food. It's not sinking.
I'll send it.
Yeah. It's not sinking because he's talking and you should be hearing all those things.
So the city planners, they get together, they figure they got to change the name South Central to make it represent something else. So they changed it to South Los Angeles. Like this is gonna fix what's really going on in the city. This is South Los Angeles. Liquor stores, fast food, vacant lots. Just like 26.5 million other Americans, I live in a food desert. South Central Los Angeles.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll just send you the link because it's having lag in the internet connection. But you can start to see when he started to make his points. He started talking about how he was, south, central, and then became south Los Angeles. But guess what? It's still the same space they were talking about. So he's painting the picture, but the fact is there. You can see it. And when he started talking about the statistics, you can see all those things. So his facts are not different. It's just that he's communicating a message around those facts. And then he's also telling you the thing that you need to pay attention to because he's talking about food. And at some point he's going to even compare the South Central space that are not developed to Central Park. And how you can use all that space to to cultivate tomatoes, for example, to feed people. And he also talked about how he used a piece of land. You know the piece of land in front of people's house where the trees reside? He used it to create a garden. And guess what? Somebody sued him for that. And he got a warrant from the city saying that he's going to go to jail. He needs to remove all that. But he was able to lobby elected official and they kept the garden. And somebody asked him, aren't you afraid somebody's going to steal all this? It's like, it's free. I'm not worried about somebody stealing it. That's why I planted on the streets. But he was trying to make sure that people understand there is a real problem when it comes to obesity and people not eating right. And different point he has used, and that's one of the reasons why I like his TED Talk because he's one of the perfect example of public speaking. All right, so the last thing that I will say here is just the key takeaways of this. So key takeaways. So key takeaways are importance of communication. We know communication is very important. You have to remember that. It's essential. Emotional intelligence is key in everything that you do when it comes to communication. Remember that. Public speaking, most important role. What is the most important role of communication? Know your audience. Remember that. It's going to help you in a lot of situations. The minute you know your audience, you are much more comfortable in delivering whatever message you have for them. And then the last thing is elevator pitch, something that you need to practice. It's going to take time, but the better you get at it, the better it's going to be for you professionally and personally. Because you can engage in short conversation, you can go to any networking event and still deliver properly. So those are the key takeaways that I have for you today. So now, quickly, have any questions for me? Yes.
I'm actually taking public speaking right now, and I have to come up with an informative speech, and I just felt like God put you in front of me to help me with mine.
Absolutely. Sure. Whatever I can do to help.
Jason's like, oh God, I'm doing it.
Any other questions?
I'm going to close it out
Okay.
because we're on time. And if you guys have questions after the workshop, wait, please. But let's get